next part is a spotlight of Weaver. Of course, I can't ever remember where there we go. Everything's backwards on the camera, but you know, right there is a logo of Weaver. So Weaver's been around for a while in the arborist industry. And now if you guys know and you've been following me for any period of time, you know that I'm sponsored by Weaver. I'm also a consultant for design to them, and I do a little bit of marketing stuff with them as well. I do quite a bit of R&D for them also, but what the reality is that I kind of fell into this opportunity with them due to Ray with Gap Arborist Supply, the owner of Gap Arborist Supply. He got me in touch with them. And to be fair, I had heard the name Weaver. I knew of like the Weaver Cougar saddle and that kind of stuff, but I didn't really know who they were, right? So there are a couple of interesting features about Weaver. An interesting fact about them is that probably, we couldn't put a number on it specifically, maybe 80% of their products are actually made here in the US. And they're super competitive price-wise. So like this rope bag right here, this bag right here is actually made here in the States in their facility. And so it's all hand stitched through the machine, you know, hand stitched. I mean, they use machines, but it's all sewn up and it's run through the machines and they're supervising it. Their leather work is done by a lot of hand craftsmen that make their leather work. So like the rivets, you know, are actually machine pressed, but by hand, one at a time. And yet they're still super competitive in pricing, which is pretty amazing. So you're getting a product made here that's being, you know, quality tested and approved on site in the States, and they strive really hard to have really good customer service. That's what they focus on. They want that to be the case. They have a lot of stuff. So like they just came out with this saw lanyard. Of course, sorry, the green screen's messing it up again. It would have to be lime green, right? But everything green screen is funny. So they have this saw lanyard here that is it's a coil lanyard. Of course, I wasn't in on that. They made that as I was coming on. They have the hand saw scabbards. They have these axe scabbards. This is a broad face axe scabbard as well. Of course, they have a chest box that they've developed for SRS climbing. One of the basic ones like so many of the other companies have. Recently, they just released this here, which this is a new bag. And if you've seen their gear bag, the what's it called? The cavern bag, which is their 70-liter gear bag. This is a 40-liter version of it. So if you have like a small climb line and like, I don't know, a tree motion light or something like that to do small pruning jobs, this bag is awesome for that kind of stuff. I actually use it as a really large rope bag, to be honest, because it's robust, it's water resistant with the coating on it. You can put some carabiners and stuff if it's like a rigging rope or whatnot, and you have certain kinds of hardware you want to keep with it. So for instance, I have a really long Arborplex rope that I use for a lot of pruning rigging when I'm doing big branches off of big heritage pruning trees. And I have a rope runner, a rigging wrench. And I almost always keep it with it because I'm not doing like a ton of rigging from one position. I'm moving it around quite a bit. And this bag holds all of that with no problem. So just a few things from Weaver that you might want to check out. They have really competitive prices. A lot of people really don't know who Weaver is, but if you've been in like production climbing for any of the line clearance companies, you may know of like what they call their cotton back saddles, which are just the old school saddles with the nylon straps, and they're super uncomfortable, you know, but they have a lot more than that. So consider checking them out. They also have things kind of like this. This is a chainsaw lanyard that's the multi, you know, for different saws. You just throw the sling around the saw and then you can have somebody send up your saw and it just racks on without having to take your lanyard off and take it off the saw and that kind of stuff. So gotta be honest, super thankful to Weaver for everything. They gave us a lot of product that's going to be given away later in the event. Okay, so bunch of people will be getting stuff from Weaver, which is awesome. And they gave us some stickers, which I forgot to get. Oh, they also make like these, once again, a green throw bag. I would grab the green one. They gave us like, they make these really cool torpedo throw bags that are nice. And I've got to say, like, I'm not saying this because I'm sponsored by them by any means. I was really surprised at how durable their nylon loop runners are. They have lasted way longer than like some of the other ones that I've bought. They don't, it's the quality of webbing they're using. It's really good. And the stitching on them is just really nice. So once again, all their loop runners are made here in the States. So they're really keeping an eye on that quality as well and stuff. So just thought you guys might want to know a little bit more about them. And if you haven't given Weaver a try, you know, they have a lot of products that you could definitely go check out. I don't want this event to be all about like, you know, throwing cells at you. I do think that Weaver's lesser known in the industry than they should be though. So definitely go give them a try and see what you think.